No going back on restructuring, rationalization of parastatals agencies. FG. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The federal government on Tuesday restated its commitment toward the implementation of reform initiatives on restructuring and rationalization of government parastatals, agencies and commissions in order to reduce the cost of governance. It is high time this particular administration quit talking and start acting. We don't want to hear any super stories. They should start acting, working on the things they will, not more. They'll come out and tomorrow they are willing, next tomorrow they are willing, next 1 year they are willing, next 3 years they will, next tomorrow, please, it's enough. And of course, if they want to start restructuring and how do they say, whatever they want to do, they should start from themselves there. They should start from themselves. That's at the national level. They should start from there. Nigerians, so what do you think? The news in detail, please stay with us. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, spoke in Abuja while receiving reports from committees. One on the review of Wise paper on the 2014 Steve Orusanya report, which recommended scrapping and merger of some government parastatals, agencies and commissions, and the other on review of parastatals, agency and commissions created after the conclusion of the report on restructuring and rationalization. While receiving the report, SGF said the submission of the report has given the government an opportunity to move quickly with concluding the almost 10 years problem. The highlights of your submissions as presented by the various chairpersons gives me comfort that we have a workable document with which to proceed in reducing the cost of governance in our public administration. The daily galloping recurrent expenditure, which is 40.3%, 6.9 trillion, as against 31.9%, 5.471 trillion naira for capital expenditure in the year 2022 appropriation further places enormous burden on this administration to deal with the matter of cost of governance, he said. Mustafa further noted that reforms were usually complex and tortuous to undertake, but are necessary for the development of any nation and requires political commitments at the highest level to make them sustainable. He says sustainable reforms are even more critical than necessary in the public service, especially as it is the face of government responsible for formulating, implementing, managing and reviewing government policies, programs, projects, and initiatives for development. President Buhari is committed to leaving a sustainable legacy and has demonstrated the highest political commitment, given tremendous support and consistently pursued reforms in all sectors of the Nigerian economy. Mr. President is also conscious of the fact that irrespective of reforms in other sectors, if that of the public sector is not sustainable and internalized, governance will remain far from delivering effective and efficient services to the people, he said. Chairman of a committee on review and new parastatals, agencies and commissions, PACs, Ms. Amal Pepple, said a major consideration for the assignment was the imperative for the federal government to address the drivers of a high cost of governance. Accordingly, her committee urged the federal government to place a moratorium on the creation of new federal parastatals, agencies, and commissions, as well as the National Salaries, Income, and Wages Commission to adhere strictly to the acts establishing it and henceforth desist from approving salaries. The committee also recommended the government should ensure strict adherence by political office holders to the terms of the engagement, especially in relation to the appointment of aides. As we approach another election year, we do appreciate the concerns. We do appreciate the concerns of government in adopting and implementing the recommendation preferred. However, Nigeria faces a first urgency of yesterday in reducing the cost of governance to ensure that we improve the living standards of the populace and not use government as a source of avoidable wasteful spending, people said. In spite of a huge investment in the water sector by the government and international organizations, water scarcity has grown to become a perennial nightmare for residents of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The report x-rays the lives and experiences of residents in getting clean, portable, and affordable water amidst the surge of COVID-19 cases in Lagos State. The Lagos-Ibadan Railway was inaugurated recently for a full-paid operation by the Nigeria Railway Corporation after about a year of free test run. Our reporter joined the train to and fro Lagos from Ibadan and tells his experience in his report. Okay, on top of this matter, like I said, enough of we are not relenting, we are not going back, we are not doing. Let us see it. This government should not be a government that says. It should be a government that does. It is the do's we are looking for. We are looking for a government that will come in, and we don't even want to be hearing stories. Without even hearing story, no information, we see that things are working. We don't need to come and start saying, oh, we don't know what they are saying, or we don't. We see things are actually working, and they are improving lives positively. They are. If you want to talk about appointments now, for instance, then let me say finally, it is now 2023. They have done the election, and they have done the handover. They have done the swearing in of the new president. What we expect is somebody who will come in and he will pick people. Yes, it is true that we are going to do it via federal character, but the person is going to be doing something that has never been done before. You say you are you know your onions in this particular sector. They give the minister to you. And you yourself, as you are giving the minister, you're going to appoint others who are going to be based on merits. If you put your family members there, they should have a kind of, a kind of penalty if you fail to do the right thing. Right from you picking your people who you are going to be working with, you should be able to pick someone or people who are going to support your vision of making Nigeria a better place. Okay. APC and their weak political tactics. Those close to election, they are looking for all means to rebrand their failed and empty promises. Okay. It will never be implemented because the employees are the stooged and board members are their hirelings. Okay, this matter, I repeat, is heavy for mouth because we are tired of hearing they want to. We want to hear they have, and they are currently doing. Okay, on this note, we have come to the